Hi guys, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the Memory Box. Today we have a special guest. Today we're joined by Alex. Alex is as you can see by Tom's shirt, Alex is a pro footballer at Cheltenham.
Here. He's through towards Alex Addai. It's still Addai. Can he pull the trigger? 1-1. Surely only seconds remaining now. There might be. Torres chasing for Cheltenham. Will keep the ball in play. Now he cuts inside. It's Addai. Alex Addai with an absolute screamer, and
Got a move back in, when was it, Alex? 2018, 19?
Yeah, 2018, I believe.
Yeah, so special guest today. We're bringing you the pro circuit now rather than all these non-league footballers like Tom. Pretty much, Alex, we're just gonna have a little overview of pretty much your first footballing memories and some just key moments in your footballing life, really. So just to kick us off, just generally, can you give us a brief background to how you made it as a pro, really?
I'll keep it as brief as possible because I played for loads of teams. I started off at Spurs as a kid, made it from 12 to 16, didn't get a scholarship. So I just went into like playing back with my friends, playing a bit of Sunday league. Then prior to that, I went on a couple of trials. I went to Palace, I went to Peterborough, I went to Blackpool, and all said no, all for different various reasons. And then, like I said, I went into Sunday league with my friends. And then my agent at the time phoned me and then said an opportunity to go back to Blackpool has come about. I wasn't so keen on the idea at first, but then ended up getting signed, ended up getting a pro. So I was there for 2 years as a pro, on the fringes, missing out on squads, little things like that. Then a change in management happened, didn't get an extension, then went back into non-league, and then played for a number of clubs. Had the privilege of playing with Tom at Kingstonian, just to name a few, and Mersham. Then one Tuesday night against Hendon, didn't really think anything of it. Normal game, normal being late for the warm-up, little bad habits that I was into.
late like you were this morning for the call.
No, that was all Tom's fault. I was at a point in my life where I didn't really take football too seriously, just enjoying it with my pals, memorable times in the changing rooms.
Definitely.
And then it just went from there, really. It escalated quite quickly. Got a phone call at first from the head scout at Cheltenham at the time. And to be honest, I thought it was a bit of banter. I thought someone was pulling my leg. And then he was like, nah, seriously, like, we want you to come down. I wasn't too keen on the idea at first. And he went, just come down and try it. A manager at the time, Hayden, wasn't too happy. Actually released me from the club during the time this was going on. It was madness. And so I thought, this is an opportunity you can't say no to, even if I just give it a little bit of a go. So I went down, hated the first day, remembered what it was like being back in a pro game, everyone moaning, everyone on each other's back. And I was like, nah, this ain't for me. The next day we did a bit of attack v defense. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to struggle here. I've been playing against all types of defenders, but this now is like the pro game. Everyone's conditioned well, everyone's fit, everyone's good defenders playing against better opposition week in, week out. And I went in there and I held my own. I did really well, to be fair. And then I was like, nah, this is a bit of me. So yeah, then it just went from there really. Signed a deal. Lucky enough to sign an extension at the end of the deal. And yeah, into my second season now.
In terms of what's your sort of connection? Obviously, me and you are good friends and we've played together in the non-league. But in terms of your connection with
Like
KNR?
you said, we're really good friends, you know. KNR is something that's quite close to my heart, if I'm honest. I worked in a school beforehand while playing in non-league, and seeing the work that KNR do with young people, developing them, and at the end of the day, making them good humans and good members of society is really pleasing to see. And seeing what they do in the future is really exciting, if I'm honest. I keep a close eye on everything, yeah.
Oh, brilliant, mate, and we appreciate that, of course. But yeah, right over to you, Quizmaster.
Cool.
Let's go.
So yeah, that was obviously you covered a bit about your first real memories of football. Obviously, as you said, you were in the pro circuit and then came out and went back into it. So more now on your inspirations in football. I'm just asking everyone to really pick one player that maybe when you were younger or even as you got older, you sort of connected to and was quite iconic for you. Maybe just the way you play or for whatever reasons, a player that really resonates with you as a footballer.
First person that comes to mind, not because I play like them, I wish I could, but it's probably Thierry Henry, to be honest. I remember growing up as a kid watching Arsenal in like the 2003, 2004 Invincible season and just thinking, wow, like what a player, you know? He had others around him like Bergkamp, Pires and Lumba, but he really stood out to me, you know? The way when times were tough, he could just take the game by its horns and then just really change the game. Just seeing the impact he had on the fans and his teammates, you know, it was just really good times for me, if I'm honest.
Listen, you're nothing like Henry.
Yeah, mate, I've done a little bit of research. You definitely don't have his goal record.
Nah, definitely not his goal record, but you know, I'm getting there.
What's going on? 4 goals. You only scored 4 goals in 46
You know what? This
appearances.
season, yeah, that's 4 goals in the league. In all comps is 7. And believe it or not,
Wikipedia don't say that.
believe it or not, I'm actually second top goal scorer.
Oi, snap. So am I for a holding midfielder. That's poor, isn't it? That's poor.
Yeah, Tom, you scored 6 penalties. It don't count.
6
Listen,
penalties.
they all count.
I'm actually glad that you mentioned an Arsenal player because we've had 3 people on before you and 2 of them have been Chelsea fans, so it's all been Chelsea. All been Chelsea.
What's that, Liverpool?
Yeah, Tom was Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool, yeah.
Cancelled.
Listen, we'll still get that trophy one way or another. Don't worry about that.
You've got to play all games to get that, mate.
Yeah, no, let's hope not.
Listen, already sent an email to the FA.
Trying to push it through. Yeah, no, brilliant with the player. Now, just generally, I don't know if you've got 3, but 3 memorable games that stand out to you for whatever reason. It can even be ones that you've played in, like that had a big influence on your career. Obviously, you mentioned that game against, I think it was Hendon, you said, or ones you've watched.
Games that stand out is FA Cup. You know, I'm a big fan of the FA Cup, and there's 2 great moments for the FA Cup actually. I was at Grace Athletic. I just left Kingstonian. Got into the team, unfortunately got injured, and then was out for a long time. Couldn't really get back into it. Couldn't get my fitness levels up. And knee was in all sorts. It was absolutely in bits, if I'm honest. And managed to get back in time for the 4th round qualifier against Welling. And no one expected us to win. It was Reimer and Prem at the time. They were Conference Prem. And then I came on as a sub. And just before I've gone on, Jack the physio's gone to me, if you score, run over and celebrate with us. And I've gone, yeah. But you know, sometimes in the back of your head, you're like, oh, mate, I'm never scoring it. But fortunate enough, it happened, you know. I think it was about in 2 and I've just hammered it in. Straight away, I'm thinking, thinking, I've actually scored it. Then I remembered what Jack said to me, so I ran over to Jack, and it was unbelievable scenes. Unfortunately, we didn't hold on to the lead. It was a 1-0, and then I think we got battered in the replay. But no, that was a very special moment for me just because of the journey of coming back from injury. The second one is definitely up there, which was, I shared this with Tom, was reaching the first round proper against Oxford in the FA Cup, live on BT Sports. You know, it was a time no one ever expected us to get to the qualifying round, let alone it being at our ground, being in front of so many people, live audience, you know, on BT Sport. Normally we have every man and their dog at the games, you know, 3 people cheering on your name. That game, what did we get? I think maybe...
I think it was just over 2,000.
Yeah, which was epic, you know, just to see everyone. My first time my family's come to watch the non-league game, if I'm honest. So that was a special moment for me. And then my third game, which was quite special for me, is this going to sound quite weird being an Arsenal fan, but as I said, I used to play for Spurs when I was younger. And we, of course, it's the rivalry against Arsenal. And we never beat Arsenal. Yeah, we always get battered. I'm talking 7s, 8s, 9s. Never beat Arsenal. And then we had this game at the training ground, Middleton Lodge at the time. And it was just, many people came to watch, more so for the Arsenal players because of the big reputation. And then we've turned up, no one's expecting us to win, and we managed to win that game and actually managed to score, which was a big moment for me at the time.
So basically every game that you score in is a big memorable game.
No, not at all. The Oxford game, we got battered 5-0. Touched the ball about 5 times, you know.
Fair, just talking about that.
Ran around like a dog, but it was memorable.
Yeah, just talking about that Oxford game, obviously, the special moment for us, obviously playing on a live game and the build-up. But I remember that was just before your move as well, wasn't it? So that obviously played a part in you getting to Cheltenham. And I remember, to be fair, you say we didn't have the ball much, but I remember you playing well in that game, along with a couple of others like Christian Campbell, who ended up getting his move to a higher to the conference, I think, with Bromley at the time, or Eastbourne. I can't really remember where he went, but yeah, it just shows that obviously for anyone watching this, that getting to a game of that stature in that occasion against a league team, it can change for obviously anyone that shows that they're capable. So
yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
a little bit of recognition, you know. But
yeah, definitely.
Again, I say to everyone, like, every game's an opportunity, whether it's a reserved game where no one's there. You never know who's watching at the end of the day. That Tuesday night, I didn't think anyone was watching. I just thought it was another game. And as we used to say, I used to go around screaming "jolly up" in the warm up, you know.
Did you really?
Jolly up. So just a time where I was enjoying it. Luckily, I was around a good group. You know, the skipper at the time, Tom, kept us all grounded at the time, which was really good, because some of us could step out of line. But it was a time where I just think I really enjoyed my football, was really focused, was around a good group set of lads. And yeah, just let my football do the talking, which was good.
Yeah, knowing you, for obviously a number of years, we played together at Kingstonian and then obviously at Merstham as well. I think that's a big thing, especially for you, but for me, just being in a good group of lads in the dressing room, on and off the pitch. And for me, Alex, you know that you're very similar to me. You're probably one of the funniest people I've played with, and that's how it gets me through still playing and through a season, having that banter and knowing that I can have a laugh with everyone, but obviously knowing that when it's time to switch on for the game, we're all there for obviously one reason, to try and get 3 points or whatever. But yeah, definitely, that's, I would say, in terms of you as a personality as well, you need that. You need to feel comfortable. You need to have that sort of relaxation of having the banter. And I think that's when you get like well, I've seen to get the best out of you. You're comfortable in the group and you feel at home, and you can just go and express yourself freely. So
Definitely.
that's a big thing, especially for any youngsters that are watching this, to obviously make sure they take their football serious, but enjoy it and have as much laughter out of it as they can.
Of course, definitely agree with that.
Oh yeah, three good games. I remember watching the Oxford game actually.
Yeah.
I remember Tom walks into the camera when he was doing the toss. He steps back and doesn't realise there's a camera behind him.
Listen,
never been on TV before, has he? Never been on TV before, the boy.
Oh, that is so funny.
Just takes one big step back. That £1,000 camera was done for. No, yeah, brilliant. 3 good games. The last question I have is the best goal you've seen live.
Oh, you can't say any of my goals scored either. Met Police away.
The Enfield one, that springs to mind.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not a penalty, to be fair.
Wait, show me some respect.
I'm trying to think.
Must be an Henri goal, surely.
Do you know what? I'm going to go for a Bergkamp one, I can't remember who it was against, but it was the one where the ball's coming to him and he's flicked it round him and then he slotted it. Newcastle, thank you. Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah, great goal. What a player, great technique.
Goal. Like you said, great technique. I think it's a skill that no one's really even seen before, It was out of the ordinary. And then just to have the composure, just to slot it in after. If I'm honest with you, after doing that skill, I don't know what I would have done. I would have probably blazed it over the stadium.
Yeah, it's going straight over the bar, innit?
Yeah.
Overexcited that
over the bar.
You've done the trick, yeah.
I'm just going to be buzzing that I've done the trick and telling the lads, you know what I mean? But just to have the composure, just to slot it like that, I just think it's unbelievable, And it just shows that he was a class above a lot.
Yeah, it's a great goal. I don't know how he done the skill. I've watched it about 6 times. I've never been able to work it out.
Absolutely mental.
But listen, Al, before you go, mate, and appreciate you taking the time to obviously answer a few questions and stuff. Just obviously for the youngsters that hopefully, obviously all the kids involved with KNR will be watching this. Just like a sort of a message to them, just to about obviously all your experiences and any little message you have for them would go a long way. From a professional footballer, obviously they can aspire to get to where you are now.
Yeah, no, I'll just say to each and every individual that everyone's got their own journey, It might not happen straight away for you. You might have to take the long route, but take every learning experience that comes with it, Everything does happen for a reason, I personally believe. I would say do everything with a smile on your face as much as possible. I know times get hard and sometimes you feel down in the dumps, but try and look at the positives because, let's be honest, it could be a lot worse, I'll just say, really listen to your coaches, but take what you need out of it. Take it and adapt it to yourself. And yeah, just really enjoy it, Enjoy your time with your friends, enjoy the environments that you're in, and just try and make the most out of it.
Yeah, no, spot on, mate. Thanks for that.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks for having me.
No worries.
Nah, mate, a pleasure. And listen, obviously I'll catch up with you soon and hope everyone's safe and all the best for if the season obviously recommences or for next season.
Yeah, wicked. Thank you so much.
All right,
Cheers for coming on.
Cheers.